So you can come into a Shavasana type position. Go ahead and spread out and either close your eyes or take a soft gaze and begin to slow down your breath. And see if you can bring attention all the way down to the places where you are touching the floor, all those points of contact. And each time you exhale, you can let yourself settle and spread a bit more. And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered off into future, past, rumination, all the places minds like to go, just as soon as you notice, see if you can invite yourself right back down into your body, feeling where you are right now. That this is enough. Just feeling this, just doing this. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead, stretching out long through the arms and legs, reaching through your fingers and your toes. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms. Flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then go ahead and roll onto one side. So you can come onto one side with the bottom arm extended, toes pointed, and whole body in a straight long line. So you're not breaking at the hips. For now, use your top hand to support you on the floor in front of you. And we're going to squeeze the legs together and lift them up. Doesn't have to be high, but get long. Squeezing inner legs together and reaching the feet out. Strong core supporting you. Breath deep. And then release the legs down. Now let's lift the legs and the bottom arm. Doesn't have to be high, but get long through fingers, through toes, through top of the head, through tailbone. Strong side body. And then release down. Let's take the top arm overhead. And then squeeze arms and legs together and reach the whole thing up. Arms, legs reaching long and up. Feeling all those stabilizing muscles strengthening, working. And then release. Let's bend the bottom arm, hand to your head, flex your feet, and then see if you can lift the top leg like tree. So foot as high as you can on your inner leg, and try and find your balance without the use of that top hand. So everything is in a straight long line, everything coming into the midline, knee opening, hips coming in. Even though there's a lot on the floor, this is a balancing pose, so you're welcome to use your hand when you need to. And then reach your hand on the inside to grab your big toe and extend whatever amount you're able. Could be part way straight, could be all the way straight. Keep bringing everything into the midline. And again, all those little wobbles and wiggles are core strengthening, stabilizing muscles working. Let's release the top hand to the floor and then lower the top leg until it's about 6 inches off the floor, pressing your heel away from you and toes up towards your head, so you're splitting your legs wide. Heel away, toes up towards the head, breathing the whole time. Just a couple more seconds here. And then release your foot to the floor where it is. The hand that was on your head can reach for your foot. You might need to bend your knee in order to reach. You might use a strap, or you might hold your calf instead. Roll open through the top shoulder. Big, deep twist. If you want to add a quad stretch to this, you're welcome to. Your free hand can reach for your free foot. You don't need to. You can choose what feels right, what feels useful, and then feel what you are doing. Roll back onto your back. You can bring both knees in for a moment, a little circle or rock with your knees. Releasing the lower back, the sacrum, top of the hips with a little self-massage. Let's take the whole thing on the other side. So extending long and then rolling onto the other side. We'll start with the toes pointed, whole body in a straight long line. You can use your top hand on the floor for a little stability, and then squeeze the legs together and up. Really squeezing long together, but breath steady, face relaxed, shoulders relaxed. And then release down. Now lifting both the legs and the bottom arm. Top hand can help stabilize you. Reaching out, can you also lengthen your head and tailbone away from one another? Release down. Now top arm overhead. Let's squeeze the legs and arms together and up. Flounder pose. Flopping around is normal. It is strength training. And release. Bend the bottom arm, hand to your head, flex your feet. That'll help with balance a little bit. Try and keep the whole body in a straight long line, and then lift that top leg up like tree. Sole of the foot is high up on your inner leg. See if you can find your balance without the use of your top hand. Keep bringing everything into the midline as if you could do this in a very narrow corridor. And then reach your hand on the inside to grab your big toes. You can keep it bent, extend it part way, or all the way straight. Find your edge, breathing there. And then release, hand to the floor, lower your leg until it's about 6 inches off the floor. Reach your heel away, toe towards your head. Keep reaching heel away, toes towards your head. Working core strength. Last breath. And then release. Foot to the floor where it is. Hand that was on your head can reach for your foot, a strap, your ankle or calf. And then roll open through that top shoulder. Nice deep twist. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you can add that again. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. Don't worry about it. release, roll back onto your back. Bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock, evening yourself out on your mat. And then roll your way up to sitting. Let's come into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you have something you want to sit up on, you can grab it, a blanket or cushion. Let's take the right arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, and take it back as far back as you can. If you notice your ribs jutting out, see if you can drop through the rib cage, draw the belly in. So you're even, right, left, front to back, nice and long. And then release, arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close. At the same time, draw back through your shoulders so you're still square across the chest, still sitting nice and tall. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back. Back of your hand is at your waist, interlace fingers at your waist, pull the knuckles around towards the front. Elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder, inviting what's being stirred up. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. And then fold any amount, maybe just dropping your head, maybe coming part way or all the way to the floor. Breathing into the shape you are in. And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. Roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs, other leg in front or on top, sitting tall. Take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, take it back. As you do this, drop the ribs, draw the belly in, and feel free to experiment and explore. These poses can be static and still, but you can also move around within them. Let's release, arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm. Maybe draw back through the left shoulder a bit more. Let's open it out. Thumb points down, bring it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top. Elbows go towards one another. Circle the left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. And fold any amount. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way back up and let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet and take a gentle rock front to back, exploring the mobility you have in your toes, your ankles, Achilles tendon, calves, just waking things up with a little movement. You might also tune into your hands, spreading your fingers, waking up the palms of the hands, getting your hands ready for more weight soon. And then lower the heels as you lift the hips and shift your weight back to hang in ragdoll. Can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position and any movement. What is there to let go of here now? Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back into a high push-up position. Connecting your head to your heels. Feel your whole body in a straight long line, strong core supporting you. And then shift forward to lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend, cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels good for you, taking any movement. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. You can go back and forth a few times. And then settle into your version of down dog. What works for this unique body in this moment? Using all your previous knowledge, all your intelligence, all you've learned so far. And still bringing curiosity. Let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Just a reminder that you get to rest anytime. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table, back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward like a cat getting ready to pounce. Step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Let your head release fully. Inhale, up to standing. Sweep the arms high. Exhale, arms press down, standing even taller. Mountain pose. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths in any neutral shape. Could be down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. One more breath here. Just come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time, from down dog, let's take the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee. Feeling everything that's being stirred up as you do this, taking it all in. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Sink low. Grab the left wrist. Take it over. Side bend. Same thing other side. Back to neutral. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Hips low, chest high. Release arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. With the upper body letting go. Stretching that left leg as straight and long and high as you can. Letting the upper body release. One more breath here. Big step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in. Can there be ease, even with all the effort? One more breath. Release, make your way to down dog, however you want to get there. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee, exploring your full range of motion. Feel free to slow down the hard parts so you're not skipping anything. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of the chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Grab the right wrist, take it over, side bend. Same thing, other side. Back to center, interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top. Open up the chest, hips low. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits, hands to the floor or to blocks. What is there to engage? What is there to release? Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to a good rest through any movement transition. And then any neutral shape. See if you can come back to presence, back to a feeling of surrender. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips go low, head goes high, shoulders low, fingers high. Feel the strong legs engaging, working here, strong core. One more breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take a twist, left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. You could also have your left hand on the floor, on the inside or outside of that front leg. And if you would prefer, you can do this as a low lunge, dropping the back knee. So customizing the pose so it's working for you, feeling where you are. Last breath here. Let's release, hands to the floor. Drop the back knee. If you want to pad it, you're welcome to roll up the side of your mat or use some kind of blanket or cushion. And you may also want to grab blocks for your hands. Let's take the hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. You can adjust your hands as high as you need them, going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. And if going towards splits feels right, you can slide that front heel further forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and then shift your weight forward, coming to lizard pose. Could be on hands or elbows, on blocks or the floor. Feel free to experiment. If you want to add a quad stretch, you can, reaching back for the back foot. And then to release, let's bring both hands to the floor, lift the back knee, so tuck the back toes, lift up to plank height, and we're going to transition to a side plank. Before we do, shimmy the right foot a little further down your mat so it's a little easier to lift the right arm, come onto the left hand and outside the left foot. You can stay here or take any other variation of side plank. So both legs could be stacked. You could drop the bottom knee. There's lots of options with that top leg. Feeling where you are. Can there be lightness, lift, length here? And then release. Make your way to down dog. Taking the time you need, feeling what you're doing. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Come into a twist, right elbow across. Working the palms towards the center of the chest, opening through the top shoulder. If there's a different arm or leg variation you took on the other side, feel free to do something similar on this side. Last breath. Let's release. Hands to the floor or your blocks. Drop the back knee, pat it if you like. Take the hips back, inch the front foot forward and flex toes back. And then adjust, finding just the right placement for you. Hands as high as you need. Going in the directions you know to go in, meeting your edges where they are. If you did experiment towards splits, you're welcome to try that again. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot. And then shift your weight forward, coming down to lizard pose, experimenting within the pose, finding just the right placement, shifting your weight a little one way or another. If you did add the quad stretch, that's an option here as well. And then release. Bring your hands shoulder width apart. Tuck the back toes, lift up to plank height, and then shimmy the left foot further down your mat so it's a little easier to transition into side plank, and then take whatever variation you did on the other side. Engaging what's useful here, and can there still be surrender even in this powerful, strong pose? Can there be a sense of lightness, of ease? Last breath here. And release. Make your way to a good rest. Letting go of all of that. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do, just feeling simple where you are right now. Let's find our way to sitting. If you want to take any movement along the way, you're welcome to come back through down dog or a vinyasa. Or just go ahead and sit. Extend the legs forward. Take the flesh of the sit bones back. You might sit up on something if that's useful. Feel free to use your hands for support, whether that's on the floor, on the feet, on a strap around the feet, going towards length, towards folding. And keep going towards more length, towards a deeper fold. Breathing here. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's bring soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Grab your toes or your ankles with that grip. Lengthen and fold. Elbows could push into the legs, helping them open. If it works better, you might lean into the hands or elbows. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's keep the right leg where it is. Open the left leg out to the side. Right arm up and over. Gate pose, Parigasana. You can lean onto your hand or elbow on the inside or outside of that straight leg. Keep looking for length as you side bend. So you're not collapsing in the bottom side of the torso, but trying to lengthen there as well. Let your head fall towards the floor and then take that top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching the right side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up and use that hand to help lift your head, staying nice and relaxed. Same thing other side. Switch the legs. Left arm up and over, finding just the right amount. Going up to your edge, not beyond it. And then let your head fall towards the floor. Take the top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up, using that hand to help lift your head, staying nice and relaxed. Let's open both legs wide. Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. Feel free to sit up on something. Use your hands on the floor behind you to help keep the pelvis upright. Look for a deep stretch on the inner legs. If you don't find that yet, lean forward until you find it. And go as low as you need to so that you come to your edge. The goal not being to get a certain place, but to find a certain sensation. If something lets off, see if you can move into that space, go a little deeper. If it becomes too much, back out just enough so it's not too much, playing at the edge. Let's bring the upper body back up. Lean back. Draw the legs in, little shake out, release. And let's come onto our backs. And bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. And let's get set up for a couple back bends, starting from a place of ease. And then press your feet down, lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. Finding just the right amount of effort. Take your arms out of your way, roll down, and rest, letting go. If you want to come up again, come up again. Could be same thing, could be half wheel, full wheel, could be a supported bridge, or any other variation you know or want to try. Feeling where you are. Taking the time you need. And when the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And just check in with your body. What do you still need? What would be a good next pose? What would be a good closing sequence for you now? So that might be some kind of counter stretch, happy baby, or a twist. Maybe you want to do an inversion. Maybe a restorative pose. Maybe there's a part of your body that still needs a little attention. Hips, shoulders, back. Anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Feeling where you are. Taking the time you need. And each time you finish something, just asking again, what's needed now? You can keep doing that until nothing else is needed, and you can get comfortable in your final rest. Eventually settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position, letting go of doing anything. Let go of the control of your breath, control of your attention, the weight of your body. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles and bring some mobility through all the parts. Maybe a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice and the important role it plays in your life. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that support you on this path. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.